Antoine was a very committed, loving, beautiful person, passionate about everything he loved, engaging. He loved to teach. He loved to be connected to people, and as a husband, he worked hard to keep time special.
Moi, je me disais, c'était un homme solide quand même, Antoine. Là. C'était pas un homme à prendre à la légère.
Well, Antoine and I met about 20 years ago now. We struck up a friendship that lasted for a long, long time. It was never enough for Antoine to be good. You know, he had to be great. He was constantly driven.
Antoine worked tremendously hard, and he was very disciplined.
He kept trying to do more and more. He didn't want to just build companies. He wanted to be a visionary. At work, he was collegial. You know, we had a pretty friendly team. His colleagues, when we talk about him, would say, you know, how can a guy who's done so much, has accomplished so much, be so unsatisfied with himself?
Unfortunately, depression was not a stranger to Antoine. This last episode was different in that it just had such a hold on him. The first shift became apparent when Antoine was having difficulty sleeping through the night. Sadly, I think a lot of what Antoine was experiencing, we at the same time were chalking it up to stress.
There might have been a slow degradation in slow changes in his behaviors.
Il se cherchait énormément. Et il se cherchait beaucoup. Il essayait de trouver une raison d'être. Et puis, il était de plus en plus malheureux dans sa quête de recherche, d'identité, de pourquoi.
He spoke to friends. He was very open and honest. Antoine always was open and honest. And he really was searching for answers. The unfortunate thing is no one mentioned to him or to the family that the great work that was being done at the Royal Ottawa.
We have several types of research being conducted here at the Royal, looking at people with major depression. For example, we go from epidemiological studies to imaging studies to diminishing or abolishing suicidal ideation using an old medication that has been retooled. Suicides have been going up. And now we are at 4,406 as of 2015. These are the last statistics. So that's major. If you think about it, it's like having 15 major plane crashes every year in Canada. People would never accept that, but that's what's going on for suicide.
I think you have to realize that there is this stuff out there called depression and that it kills people.
There is no one way that depression or mental illness necessarily plays out.
Another big stigma in mental illnesses is the fact that a lot of the symptoms are subjective. They're not necessarily obvious.
Pay attention, take it seriously, okay, and question yourself. There were plenty of signs there that I could have paid attention to, but I think I wanted to believe differently.
Je voyais pas la gravité de la situation. Je peux pas revenir en arrière, mais si quelqu'un maintenant me dirait « je peux pas dire que je le ferai pas », je le prendrais beaucoup plus au sérieux. Puis je me sens un peu coupable de ne pas l'avoir vu.
I think it's important for everybody to understand the resources in the community and to understand the work being done at the Royal Ottawa. The more research that comes out, the more hope for people in this situation.